What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the Minoxidil Q&A video. I have noticed that a lot of the comments in my videos are typically the same, asking the same questions. So I figured I could make a video like this to not only be entertaining and fun, but it would help you guys as well, kind of, you know, ease your mind. So let's get into it. Let's go. Before we start this video, I just want to make sure everyone remembers I am not a doctor, I am not a dermatologist, I am not a psychologist. I am just a normal person who is using minoxidil that is seeing good results, so I'm going to do my best to answer your questions, but take everything I say with a grain of salt. Before we get started on this Q&A, I'm going to show a quick clip of what my hair looked like before I started minoxidil and what it looks like now so you guys can understand what I went through, okay? So now we're back. All right, so let's get into the Q&A and let's go to the most common questions. I'm gonna be reading these from my computer, so don't worry if I'm looking this way. Best Poetry asks, are you using foam form or liquid form? I am using minoxidil foam. Mozamali Imam says, what percentage and what company minoxidil you are using? I am using 5% and I am using Kirkland minoxidil, which is made by Costco. CNN YouTube channel says, where did you buy Rogaine for your hair loss, sir? So I went to Costco, I got the Kirkland minoxidil. I have links to all the products I use below. Feel free to click those links below or just search online. You can find it really easily. So Michael Soffel asked, is minoxidil the same as Rogaine or is it an ingredient better used by itself? Rogaine is a product that has minoxidil. Minoxidil is the main change agent in Rogaine that causes hair growth, to get your hair thicker and fuller. So, yeah. The Savage says, question, do both sides of your parents' families have hair loss or just one? And if so, is it mom's or dad's side? So I've talked about this in my videos. On my mom's side, they all have hair. My uncle is like 70 and he still has a full head of hair, a little bit of receding, but not much. On my dad's side, there is full out balding. So my dad's bald, my uncle's bald, my grandpa was bald. So yeah, there's that. Srinivasaro Ada Poredi says, bro, does it really work? I get this question a lot. Yes, it really works, guys. Like, I'm not lying. My hair is dye. Like, the hair fiber comments need to like go away now. There's no way I'm gonna buy orange hair fibers. Like, come on. Him Fresco says, heard if you stop, the hair will fall out. Any truth to that? Yes. Once you stop using minoxidil, you'll typically lose the results gained from minoxidil in about 3 to 4 months. So Yaman Sef said, how long did you shed for? I've been shedding for about a month now. Sad face. So I remember the shedding started about like 3 to 4 weeks into it. I think I was shedding for 2 to 3 weeks before I got my haircut. And after I shaved my head, it's really hard to tell how long I was shedding for. I would say the shedding phase probably lasted about a month and a half. And during that time, I was losing a lot of hair. I have never been the kind of person to lose 50 to 100 hairs a day. My thinning was very slow. I was losing maybe like 10, 20 hairs in the shower and stuff like that. But when I was shedding, I was losing like 50, 60, 75 hairs. And it was really scary. So I totally understand that sad face at the end. So MD Fayaz says, good result. Love your videos. What shampoo do we need to use with Rogaine? You can use whatever shampoo you want personally, but it might be worth investing to a DHT blocking shampoo, like a ketoconazole shampoo. It took me a while to hop on that train. I'm pretty late. I only started using it about 3 weeks ago. I started to use one, I think it's called Scent from Earth. It's a little pricey, about $45 for a 16-ounce bottle, but I really like it because it has saw palmetto, biotin, caffeine, you know, it has ketoconazole, and it's also sulfate free, and it's a really good shampoo. It leaves my hair feeling like it's conditioned, which is nice because this is the healthiest my hair has ever felt, and I would say the shampoo has been helping with that. Feel free to use whatever you want, but if you want my shampoo, the link is in the description. Avi K says, this is a great question by the way. Avi K says, is there anything you would have done differently in the initial few months of your minoxidil journey, knowing what you know now? Yes, I would. I would buy the scalp massager right away. I would buy ketoconazole shampoo right away. And when I'm applying it, I would have cut my hair shorter, so if the shedding were to happen, it would be less noticeable. And I would just apply it once a day from the very start instead of applying it twice. Those are the only things I would change. Everything else, the way I handle it, like being stress-free and not being too strict with myself, I think I'm doing pretty good. Rohit Patel says, I am using minoxidil for the last 2 months and I'm still noticing hair fall whenever I apply it. So, is it normal? Yes, it is normal. Minoxidil, Rogaine, Finasteride is not going to completely halt your hair from falling out. Your hair goes through growth cycles, so it's very normal for hair to fall out and new hairs to grow in. The problem is when the hair becomes miniaturized and no longer can grow. I mean, hair is always going to be falling out and new hair is always going to be coming in, and every hair on your head is in a different growth cycle. So don't think that just because you start a new hair regimen or routine that all of a sudden your hair is never going to fall out again. All right, Muhammad Kamran said, hey, can you please tell me for how many hours should I leave on scalp? Thanks. So I actually got a comment from someone else who explained how long you actually have to leave foam on the head, and it was a comment that said that the creator, one of the creators of minoxidil, said that you actually only need to leave the foam for about 15 minutes to 30 minutes on your head, and after that it's already absorbed and you can wash it out. I know that the liquid can take up to 1 hour to 2 hours to absorb in your head, so if you're using the foam, you can leave it on for 15-30 minutes, and if it's really bothering you, go take a shower. Coach Dusky says, is this all you're taking now? And do you plan on trying anything else? What about pills, red light, transplant? So for the past 7 months, all I have used is minoxidil. I wasn't using any biotin pills. I wasn't even using ketoconazole shampoo. I was using a basic biotin shampoo. So I do plan on trying some new things, but I'm gonna talk about that in my next video, so stay tuned for that. Rahim Shahiq says, can we apply it on shaved head? Of course. You can apply it on your shaved head. I think most people who use Rogaine, minoxidil, have their hair pretty short because they're already worried about thinning. So if you watch my 3-month video, you'll know that I shaved my head completely and I was applying it that way. The great thing about applying it to your shaved head is you can use a lot less and the product lasts a lot longer. So now with my hair, I think the Rogaine only lasts about 3 to 4 weeks before I have to use a new bottle. When I had a shaved head, it would last about 1.5 months. Arun Gupta says, would you recommend starting off with the shaved head at month 0? Is that okay to do? I think that's really up to you. You don't need to start off with a shaved head, but if your hair is already thinning and you think that you'd be the kind of person to get the shed, shaving your head will kind of just help you stress out a little bit less, and it makes the Rogaine easier to apply, as I said before. Mr. Fani619 says, are there any side effects? How long we have to use this? So there are side effects from minoxidil. They are pretty rare. The common side effects, I would say, are, scalp irritation and dandruff. The more rare side effects would be like heart palpitations, chest problems, and stuff like that. So most people won't experience those side effects, but there are people who have. I've seen the comments. So if you ever experience any side effect, you should just stop, go to a doctor and see what's up. It might not be the right treatment for you. And we'll get to how long we have to use this in another question. 1 million Dabonet Sans video says, what are all the side effects that you had? Scalp irritation, dandruff, and that's it. Cal L says, hey man, great results. A question though, how did you get rid of the minoxidil dandruff that builds up if you only shampoo twice a week? I find that hard to do unless I shampoo daily, which I gather may not be super helpful. Yeah, so if you shampoo daily, that's not good for your hair. So how did I get rid of the dandruff? I just used the scalp massager, and I wouldn't say that I 100% got rid of it. It just got rid of most of it. I mean, I'm naturally prone to dandruff, but the ketoconazole shampoo I use now is helping a lot. I'm experiencing a lot less dandruff on all parts of my head, not just the top. Habanav Weaselfield says, how did you deal with the dandruff and itching that come with applying minoxidil? I dealt with it by buying the scalp massager, massaging my hair with the scalp, shampooing my hair, taking showers more frequently and just washing my hair with water, and just waiting because there was some itching and dandruff, scalp irritation at the beginning that just went away after the new hair grew in. Shubham Kashik says, hey man, does it affect on your libido, like you stop feeling morning woods or low testo or less weights lifting at gym? No. For me, no. I already had sex 4 times this week, so no, hasn't affected my libido, hasn't affected my strength, my testosterone. I'm good. Great question from another person. Frostbite585 says, sorry to bug you, but great video. Thank you. Did you start twice a day and switch to once a day? Just wondering, because I'm getting a fair amount of dandruff, dry skin after switching to twice a day after mostly going once a day for a month or 2. So this is exactly what I did. During the first month, I used it twice a day, morning and night. During month 2, I used it 1 to 2 times a day. Sometimes I apply it once, sometimes I apply it twice, but every other day I'd at least, do twice. And then from month 3 forward, I've only been using it once a day. Every once in a blue moon, I might put it on twice, but that's because I forgot I put it on the morning or night. So to be honest, not a big deal. Euretias Gotham says, hi E bro. Hi E bro, you apply at what time and what day? Hi E Euretes. I apply it in the morning or at night. I just don't make it super set in stone. Sometimes I apply it every day in the morning and then I go, I forgot to do it in the morning, now I'm applying it every day at night. Oh, I forgot to do it at night, now I'm applying in the morning. So it doesn't matter, man. Just apply it at least 1 time a day. It doesn't have to be at the same time every day. The real doggy says, if you stop Rogaine / minoxidil, the bald will show up again. If you are bald and you stop using minoxidil and that's all you were using, yes, you will lose the hair gained from minoxidil. So Jake X says, do you find that your hair is growing differently than it did before you were on minoxidil? Meaning it's now healthier hair growing as opposed to hair that might be thin or curling, waving in weird spots. So first off, if your hair is curly and it's becoming healthier, it actually becomes usually curlier. So just wanted to say that. But my hair is the healthiest I have seen it in a long time. It's soft, it feels thick, it feels good. Man, I am super happy about the results, not gonna lie. Abinash Chopdar says, how old were you when your hair thinning started? It's hard for me to say. I did notice about 2 years ago that my hair was thinning. A lot of people think that because they watch my curly hair videos that I wasn't thinning at the time, and that's wrong. I was just very good at hiding it. So here's a picture of me with long hair, and you can easily tell that my hair was thinning at this time. It's not like that anymore, guys. So you can hide your hair when it's thinning. Thinning doesn't mean you don't have hair. It just means you have less hair and your scalp shows a little more. So yeah, about 2 years ago. Siddharth Maladi says, do you have to wash your hair after applying? Or can I wash my hair as usual, like 2 to 3 times a week? You don't have to wash your hair after applying. I don't. And I just wash my hair like 2 to 3 times a week. If your hair itches, you can go take a shower, but you don't have to. It's really up to you. Robbie N says, I have a question. Do you need to use this product forever or just until you grow more hair? If you want to keep the hair you've grown from minoxidil, yes, you need to use it for a lifetime until something new comes out. There is no permanent solution for hair loss besides a hair transplant. And even if you get a hair transplant, you still might have to use finasteride or minoxidil to keep the results. Ben Zaroff says, what happens when you stop using minoxidil? Will you lose again your hair? This is different than, do I have to use it for 6 months? I think I really need to address this because a lot of people think that when you stop using minoxidil, that your hair is going to be worse than it was before. Here's my take on this situation. Listen, before you were using minoxidil, you were experiencing thinning or balding. Your hair was falling out. You started using minoxidil and it helped your hair grow. It made your hair look thicker and fuller. A year later, you decide you want to stop using it. So you start to lose your hair gains, and then you notice that not only did you lose your hair gains, but your hair is worse than it was before. Guess what, guys? Minoxidil didn't do that. It's just the fact that if you weren't using minoxidil for that entire year here, your hair would have been worse than it was before. Like, people think that if you use minoxidil, like your hair is supposed to go back to what it was before. Like, no, if your hair was getting worse, and you use minoxidil and it was helping and you stopped, not only are you going to lose your minoxidil gains, but you'd lose the hair that you would have lost anyways if you weren't using it. Hope that makes sense. Fabio Greco says, where did you bought the massage hair? Please give me the link, thanks. You can find the scalp massager at Amazon, or you can use my link below to go directly towards it. It's really easy to find. Fat People Jiggle, messed up name, man. I started off by mainly applying the bald spot on my crown, but now I also put some in the middle and a little bit in the front. Is that bad? No, that's exactly what I do. I put right here, and I rub it all in. Abdul Paki says, can it stop receding hairline? I don't know, my hairline's been intact my entire life, so I'm pretty blessed, but I don't think minoxidil is meant for your hairline, but I know that you can use it with a derma roller or just a derma roller, and some people are seeing good results bringing the hairline back. I don't have enough experience on the topic to say anything worthwhile. Mohammed Haroon says, bro, will our hair fall down during the process? Maybe, not necessarily. Not everyone experiences shedding. Although if you experience shedding, that's usually a good sign because that means the minoxidil is working for you. But just because you don't experience shedding doesn't mean it's not working for you as well. The only thing that you can do is give it some time and judge for yourself. How much hair do you shed in the shower? I shed about maybe like 10, 15 hairs in the shower. Pretty normal. Just when I shampoo and just when I use this hair scalp massager, I lose like 5-10 hairs too. Very minimal, not very much, and not always. Sometimes I don't lose I only lose 2, so it changes day by day. DEV Jaru says, can you wet your hair and show how it looks wet? Yes, I have already done that. Go watch my month 7 minoxidil Rogaine update. That will have it there for you. Jason A says, just bought the foam one a couple weeks ago. When did you start shedding? I still haven't, so I feel like I'm doing it wrong. Not everyone sheds. I think I was shedding around the 3 to 4 week mark, just to let you know. So, but again, not everyone sheds, so it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Maybe you're just not gonna shed, which honestly, maybe that's a good thing. Cope till I rope. Yeah, cope till I rope. That's dark, man. Insane results, congrats. Did you notice an increase in forehead, under eye wrinkles, or upper eyelid puffiness since you started Minox? Nope, skin's still good. Malik Rabicon says, I started using it yesterday. Have you seen that the color of your hair changed to white? Please let me know, thanks. I'm 30 years old, so I've been getting white hair for the past couple years, so I don't know. I don't think I've had a bunch of new white hairs pop up, if that's what you're asking. Tamazon Media says, how many days we use in a week, sir? You should use it every day, but if you forget a day, it's not a big deal. Just use it again. I have forgotten a day or two every once in a while, and my results didn't just magically go away. If anything, it probably helped my hair because it gave my scalp a little bit of break from the chemicals that are going on my head. Jazz Carter says, can you tell me when minoxidil shows us results? I mean, after how many months? So I can't predict that because everyone is different, but typically you will start to see some hair improvements between month 4 and month 6, but it could take up to a whole year to see improvements. Obviously not for me. I'm on month 7.5 and I am seeing, crazy improvements. My hair is like done a complete 180 since the beginning of this journey. Alright guys, that's the minoxidil Q&A. I hope this video was helpful for some of you guys out there. I hope it answers some of your questions. Let's show the hair a little bit so you guys understand that these are real results. So if you have any questions, need to talk, feel free to message me on Instagram. I've already talked to so many of you guys already, so I'm here to help. DM me if you need to. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to see more content like this, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.